I remember repeating to the EMTs that I'm a mom. Please don't let me die. I have to be a mom. The automatic gunfire began, and that's when we kind of immediately realized that something wasn't right. And immediately I grabbed my girlfriend's hand and just said, run. When a new volley of gunfire would begin, we would hit the ground. And one of those times when we went down is when I realized I had been shot in the leg. My girlfriend, through watching Grey's Anatomy, knew that she had to slow the bleeding, so she just kind of sat on top of my leg, applied her full body weight with a shirt that somebody else in the bed of the truck gave her, and she just applied pressure to my wound until we were able to get to the EMTs. Until I had surgery, it was just all about my physical recovery, and then after the surgery I was kind of able to work on my mental health. The emotional healing has been, of course, the hardest part of all of it. There's just so much that goes into it, from not feeling safe to leave your home, to not feeling safe in crowds. For the longest time, didn't want to be outside if it was dark. And then there's kind of the triggers. So if a car is driving by and it backfires, or if people are running near you, just would send off a trigger. And I mean, there was a time that there was a jackhammer and I just hit the ground. They have a great online training and kits available, and it was just a great way, I felt, to empower myself, to educate myself on really what to do if I'm ever in a situation where someone needs help because they're bleeding.
Someone with an arterial bleed, or if an artery has been severed, that person has got 4 minutes to live before they bleed out. But when you have a violent incident, they might hear sirens coming and think, oh my goodness, thankfully someone's coming to help my loved one or my friend who's hurt. But really those sirens are the police, who are going to unfortunately have to step over the injured in order to stop the killing. And so we need to empower people basically to stop the dying, and that's what the CitizenAID program is. One of the main things we focus on is bleeding control, since it's that #1 cause of death. And so we teach people how to treat different types of wounds where bleeding is occurring, but primarily using tourniquets in the extremities, and how to pack wounds if a tourniquet isn't appropriate.
CitizenAID has trained over 10,000 teachers for free. So for the 2 that I purchased this year for my son's teachers, 2 other teachers were trained for free. It is scary sending your child off to school, and it's very difficult as a parent, as a mass shooting survivor, to hear the news, to watch the news, and it does give me huge peace of mind that his teachers are trained and will know what to do if needed.
She is someone who knows that the public can make a difference, because her life was saved by a friend who literally learned about bleeding control in Grey's Anatomy. And CitizenAID is an immediate solution that is really apolitical. So we go right down the middle of the aisle because it's all about saving lives. And so, law enforcement and legislators are working around the clock to figure out the best way to stop the killing. But CitizenAID is a turnkey solution that stops the dying. And that's what we really need to focus on.
That's been my #1 this entire time, is trying to heal in a healthy manner for him. Realizing you have to tell your son that mom went for a really fun mom's weekend and unfortunately was shot. So to have to tell him that for no reason I was shot and 58 people were killed, that was very unsettling. having that mindset of this will never happen to me does a lot of damage, because I'm just like a baseball mom. I never thought that I would be in a situation where I was running for my life. It has been really difficult to live with what happened. There is a lot of guilt, survivor's guilt. There's guilt of, not helping more, even though I was injured myself. We still try to help people along the way. And that's been really hard to live with, that, we couldn't play a part in saving more people's lives that night. With CitizenAID, they're creating a community of first responders. So not only am I feeling like, spreading the word is saving other people's lives, but quite honestly, that could be saving my life, or that could be saving the life of my son.